Hi, my name is Todd Hoffman. I'm presenting my final project for Georgia Tech's Educational Technology class for spring 2018. I created a digital dashboard, and before I show you the actual end product, I just want to give you a little bit of context. So the client is my employer, which is the Environmental Charter School. The school is a K through 8 school in the city of Pittsburgh. And one of our current issues that we're working on is our demographics. Our demographics of the school in terms of socioeconomic status as well as race are not reflective of the city as a whole. So we're trying to do a better job at recruitment and retaining students of color as well as students who come from families with low SES. One of the ways to help us do this is to capture our data in a more effective and efficient way. So we need a way to visualize our data. One of the things, as I mentioned, we want to monitor those demographics, and also we want to look at student outcomes and make sure that we're supporting all students in all demographic areas to make sure we are doing right by our students in the city of Pittsburgh. The Environmental Charter School, or ECS, is a Google Apps for Education school. So much of their data lives in Google Apps currently. Out there on the market, as far as visualization tools, there's certainly a number of players. Two of the biggest are IBM and Tableau. One of the biggest issues is cost. These are very expensive tools, and it became very clear very early on that would be outside the scope of what I would be able to do for ECS. So the choice then was to create a custom tool. And this is what that custom tool looks like. You'll see here on the landing page, it gives you overall demographics of the school. This will come in really handy as the years go on. And you can look at racial demographics, for example, to see how this pie is shifting in response to outreach efforts. You can narrow all of these down by grade, by race, by gender, or by building to take a look at demographic information for a specific school. So a nice way to see those visuals. I'll pop over here into PSSA. This is a state assessment given by the state on an annual basis. And these visuals, just as on the last page, you're able to narrow things down or look at them on the whole. And one of the things I like here is this gives us a year-over-year indicator. So this was 2016 on this side. On this side was last year's test results, 2017. As 2018 results come in, those will also be placed on this graph. And we want to see the top two here, advanced and proficient, going up. We want to see an upward growth here and a downward trajectory on basic and below basic. We want more students scoring in these higher areas. Much easier to see that here than it would be the way we've done it traditionally, which is just looking at not graphs, but looking at documents, looking at spreadsheets. MAP and AIMSweb, these are both very similar. So these are assessments that are given to students throughout the year at different points of the year. And these are just benchmark assessments. So seeing how students are performing. Here you're able to search by student last name. I anonymize this data in order to protect our students. And so this is an exam given in the fall and again in the spring. So you're able to see whether or not students are growing. So the fall exam, which was given first, is here in yellow, and the blue is the spring exam. So of course we want to see the blue higher than the yellow to indicate that growth. So we see some students here that may need some additional supports, and also ones that are on the borderline here that kind of just bumped up from fall to spring that could probably also use some additional help. The final piece I'll show you here is the confidence indicator. This is a student survey. So students are given this survey, and they're asked 3 questions. One is indicate on a scale of 1 to 5 for each one of these. First question is, I feel great about my work in this class. Second one is, I understand what we are doing in this class. And the third one is, how do I feel about my place in the school community? And you'll see bubbles for different students are placed here on the graph. The smaller the circle, the less good they're feeling about being part of the school environment. This I really like because this adds a level of humanity, a level of subjectivity, and a level of personalization to the data that hopefully will ask teachers, why does this student not feel good about being part of ECS? Is it anything I'm doing? Is it part of the school culture? And is that impacting that student's grade in any way? So maybe I'll have a conversation with that student, or I'll think about my tactics and how I'm interacting with that student to try to improve that. Now, as I go forward, this is something that I get to carry on beyond the end of this class, so I'm excited about that. I'm going to continue to add more individualized data as I go forward. I'm working with our student information system provider to access all of our day-by-day data, including attendance, discipline, and grades, to add that to this resource. This is the tool for now. It is going to go live to the school soon after the class ends so that the teachers can begin using this on a daily basis. So thanks for watching. Thank you.